Mad Knicks giving you a round one series recap, man. We're going to close the book on this Atlanta series and then move on to the next series, whoever we're playing. I mean, right now, Philly is up. It's in the fourth quarter. I was trying to wait for the conclusion of the game so that I could have it all compact into one little recap. But I can't wait that long. I work tomorrow. I'm exhausted. So we just going to get it on, man. It's looking like Philly, though, but you never know. Let's just get right into it, though. So we're going to go game by game, a little synopsis to each game real quick, as I've given weekly recap. I've given recaps on each game. So just give a quick little, brush up on each game, and then we go player by player. And then we'll give an outlook on the next series. Game one, we dominated most of the game. They made a late run. It closed it to 8 points, but we pulled away. Dominate, I really want to say that really loosely. We didn't really play a good game. We dominated because we had the lead. Let's just say that. But we didn't really play a good game. A win was a win. It wasn't an impressive win, but it was a win. So take dominate with a grain of salt when it comes to game one. Game two, it was close to start. We played okay enough to win the game. They made a late run. Just a lot of turnovers from us, man. A lot of turnovers. Our bench was horrible. Deuce and Shamit, no good. No kind of like cohesion offensively. We got out rebounded. I just wasn't really an overall good game. Game two, even though we was up most of the game. We had a bench in. Shamit ends up getting benched for Alvarado, which I was in favor for. Shamit hasn't been giving us nothing. This is probably his worst series for us since he's been with us. We needed a point guard to bring the ball up, man. We just had no point guard to bring even with Jalen, man. Jalen was getting stripped from Dyson Daniels a few times. But when he sat down, it got worse with Deuce and Shamit. From Jalen, it was too much ball pounding, too much him dribble. Not really good offense. The game plan, obviously, which is with most teams, but which was, like alive and well with the Hawks, was go at Jalen Brunson. Get a Jalen Brunson matchup, get a couple screens so you could get him on you and go right at him. And CJ McCollum did that. Just was cooking Jalen Brunson that game, man. It came down to the end. Mikal Bridges had that late second shot that he missed. We didn't have a timeout. Everybody thought we did, but we didn't. Lost by one. We gave the game away. We did enough to win the game, but some foolishness from the coach, from the players. Game three, they punched first. Game three, let's be real, they pretty much dominated us for most of the game. They had the lead for most of the game. We'll say that. CJ was cooking all game long. Got up to a terrible start, man. A lot of turnovers again. Just a lot of sloppiness from us in game three again. He was going right at Jalen again. CJ was going right at Jalen Brunson again. Kuminga had some big moments. It was a CJ Kuminga show, to be honest with you. It was between them two. Again, couldn't get easy baskets. OG had some really huge shots, especially late. OG this series, man, he shined this series, man. When you look at his numbers, especially for the first couple games, you sure? But all in all, defensively, offensively, he kind of shined. He showed you, he could be an all-star. He just got to, the health part, him being available. Wasn't getting Towns involved. That pick and roll was not happening for us. We couldn't get that going. We made a late run, but CJ hits that game winner because Deuce is on him and he can shoot over Deuce and Jalen. A blunder by the coach. Instead of having Mikal or OG or Josh on them, CJ just gets freed up and making that late shot. Terrible. We do get a possession late. Inbound, sorry. The ball to Cat. Cat gives it to Josh. Josh trying to find Jalen. He finds Jalen. Jalen gets double, triple team. Jalen just passes the ball. Turnover to Josh. Awful game 3. Game 4 is where, things started to really change. Made adjustment. We made Cat the hub instead of being Jalen centric. We used Cat as the hub. We ratcheted up the ball pressure a whole lot. OG was cooking, man. We started running that back screen flex action, man. I mean, we was spamming it over and over again. We was daring them to stop it. They couldn't stop it. So they shot 24% from 3. We shot 49% from 3. So we was hitting our shots as well, but it just wasn't that. It was the passing, man. Cat finding OG a whole lot. I mean, they just didn't figure it out, man. You know what I mean? Like, it was a little bit of a coaching malpractice, if you will, to be honest with you. Like, it was terrible. Like, he made no adjustments on that, no real adjustments on that. He kind of just let it happen, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, it was weird, but hey, whatever. We didn't allow CJ to tee off on us. Running him off the 3-point line, a little bit of double teams here and there, a little bit of trapping here and there. And we started to stagger Cat and JB minutes, man. Both of them should not be out. You know what I mean? Like, both of them shouldn't be sitting at the same time. One should be playing at all times, and if not both. Game 5, they adjusted to the backdoor rub, that little flex. So we counted it. JB started to pop out, hit his shot to open a little more. They switched. They made the switch with Dyson on Cat, put Okongu on OG. You know what I mean? Cat was just having open passing lanes at game 4, man, and just like picking them apart. So I guess they figured Dyson Daniels could, play the passing lane a little bit more, not just let Cat pick them apart. Didn't work, to be honest with you, but hey, they tried. Bench gave us some really good minutes, man. Everybody on the bench gave us some good minutes. JC has been giving us good minutes all game. All series, but he really gave us some good minutes game 5. But Deuce did too. Jose came and gave us a good spark. Mitch has been good all series long, so that was good. And Jalen was cooking in game 5. In game 6. OG was cooking. Mikal started to cook as well. He was getting his off. The defense was stifling. At 83-36 point halftime score. At one point, we had a 61-point lead. It was the largest, man. At 99-38 in the third with 9 minutes left was that 61-point lead, man. We had the third stringers in by the third quarter, man. At one point, it was a 67-13 run. I mean, it was just like a bludgeoning. We smoked them. So get to the player-by-player. Jalen Brunson, game 1, he had 28 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. 9 for 22 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3 in game 1. Game 2, 29 points, 7 assists, 10 for 26 from the field, 4 for 10 from 3. Game 3, he had 26, 11 for 23 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. Game 4, 19.6 turnovers, 7 for 18 from the field, 3 for 7 from 3. Game 5, he had 39, man, 15 for 23 from the field, man. And game 6, 17 points, 8 assists, 16 for 12 from the field. When you're looking at the first 3 games, it's weird. It's like his numbers kind of got lesser and lesser. Albeit game 5, where he had 39, damn near 40. But you're looking at game 1, 2, and 3. You're kind of like, man, the numbers: 28 points, 29 points, 26 points, 7 assists in game 1 and game 2. He did all right, and it's like he kind of didn't. I mean, he kind of didn't, man. Like him jacking up a lot of shots, dribbling. It wasn't what he had. It was the way he went about getting it. And when you're looking at game 4, 5, and 6, our wins, I said again, outside of game 5, where he had 39 points, game 4 and game 6, he didn't crack 20 points. But we won those games. So it just goes to show you, man, like maybe we're coming up with this, we figured out this new way to win games where it's not Jalen pounding the ball and, pick and roll for him or pick for him so he could find the most favorable matchup. Maybe that ain't the formula, man. Maybe it is a little more egalitarian, how Mike Brown envisioned it since early on in the season. And it's finally getting through, and we're seeing the fruit of his labors, man. So I have Jalen up. Mikal Bridges, 11 points, 5 for 9 for the field in game 1. Game 2, 10 points, 3 for 10 from the field. Game 3, he had 0 points. Game 4, 8 points. Game 7, 7 points. And game 6, he had 24 points, 5 rebounds, 10 for 12 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. I can't say Mikal up. That's be a little disingenuous, even though we are prisoners of the moment. In game 6, he played so well, and we're all rooting for him so much that it's kind of like you want to say, it's moving in the right direction. But this was not a good series for Mikal Bridges, man. For him to have 0 points in game 3, game 4 and 5, we won those games, but he got benched pretty much in game 4. And game 5, he pretty much got benched. Let's be real. They played a lot more Jordan Clarkson, a lot more Deuce McBride. So I kind of have him down, but I like what we saw. I think we all like what we saw from game 6, and we're hoping next series he's going to be a lot better, man. OG Anunoby, 18 points, 8 rebounds. Game 1, game 2, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Game 3, 29 points, 9 rebounds. Game 4, 22 points, 10 rebounds. Game 5, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Game 6, 29 points, 7 rebounds. 11 for 14 from the field, 4 for 6 from 3. I have OG up, man. This whole series, man, he was like showing out this whole series, man. I mean, he was our most consistent scorer this whole series, and the rebounding. And I mentioned this in a prior video, probably early on in the season, man. OG is probably not really pegged as our power forward when you look at the depth chart. That's probably Josh Hart, which is crazy because OG's taller. But I always felt like OG needed to rebound a lot more from his position, man. Cat swallows those paws. But sometimes you need extra rebounds, and Josh get them. And, so it all works out. But if Josh isn't, you need OG to board, man. I mean, in this series, he was boarding, man. But that 3-point shot, I mean, he's almost damn near automatic. Game 1, he was 2 for 3 from 3. 6 for 9 from the field. 9 for 16 from the field in game 3. 9 for 16 from the field in game 4. 2 for 3 from 3 in game 5. 4 for 6 from 3 in game 6. It's damn near automatic, man. When he's in this offensive, like when he's in his bag like this, he's like unstoppable. Like, it's two-way ball playing. It's defense and offense. Amazing, man. I have OG up, man. Josh, game 1, 11 points, 5 assists, 14 rebounds. Game 2, 15 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. Game 3, 2 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. Game 4, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Game 5, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Game 6, 14 points, 2 for 4 from 3. I have Josh up, man. Josh, man, I mean, listen, the numbers are saying something, and the numbers are all over the place. You're looking at game 3, you're like 2 points, even though he had 6 assists and 9 rebounds. Him guarding Jalen Johnson. What he did on Jalen Johnson was like nothing but like chef's kiss, man. I mean, like Jalen Johnson, I don't want to say he's overrated, but he's overrated, man. And he's young. He's still frail. He's not a big, you know what I mean? Like Josh Hart was able to overwhelm him defensively. He's just a tall kid, but he's not really big in stature. Like he's not. He's really has to hit the weight room, man. But Josh did amazing on him. And then even when McCollum started to go off, And there's some Steph Bonnie put it out there that Josh specifically said, "I'm guarding him." And once Josh Hart started to guard C.J. McCollum, C.J. McCollum disappeared. I mean, like, just non-existent, man. I have Josh Hart, man. I have Josh Hart for defensively and offensively, man. Cat, game 1, 25 points, 6 for 13 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. Game 2, 18 points, 8 rebounds. Game 3, 21 points, 17 rebounds. Game 4, 20 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Game 5, 16 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Game 6, 12 points, 10 assists, 11 rebounds. And game 6, he had 12 points on 4 shots. He was living at the free throw line, but I have Cat up, man. Oh my God. Even the first couple games where they wasn't really like including him as much, but he was getting his own, man. I'm going to crash the boards and get my own little putbacks. I'm going to get in where I fit in. I've been screaming about that for Cat to do that pretty much all season, man, when they're not trying to find him. But once they switched and went to him being the hub, it changed everything. And I think with Cat, I don't think that Cat is really concentrating on he want to score. He just want to be included, man. And I think he likes being the passer, man. I think he enjoys it, man. So much to where he's okay with having a game 6 where he only has 12 points. If it means he could still get 10 assists, man. He had 2 games where he had triple doubles this series. Showed out, man. Showed out. I got Cat up. Mitch, game 1, 3 points, 4 rebounds. Game 2, 13.7 rebounds. Game 3, 2 points. Game 4, 6 points. Game 5, 7 points. Game 6, he had 6 points. He got ejected in the second quarter. Wasn't mad at that. He was already smoking him by like 50-something points by that time. So it was all right that he got ejected. I have Mitch neutral. The first couple games, Mike Brown was kind of like in his own head with it. Not playing him as much. He was getting like 11 minutes a game. It was kind of like, what are we doing? You've been sitting him down on back-to-backs all season long just to play him for 11 minutes. Like, what are we doing? So I didn't understand it. But Mitch was doing Mitch things, crashing the glass, being the dominating force he is down low. So I can't say he was up. Not gonna say he was down. He was just doing what he always do, man. Like, which is everything for us, man. So Shamit, game 1, 3 points. Game 2, 0. Game 3, 0. Game 4, 3 points. Game 5, 0. Game 6. 5 points in garbage time. I have Shamit down. This was an awful series from Shamit, man. The first game or two, he was in a rotation, and after a while, he pulled the plug on him. Started playing Jose Alvarado a lot more, which I'm all for that, man. I mean, Shamit hasn't really been good for us since he's gotten back from his injury. So it's a rough road, man. But we gonna need him, man. We might need him, man. I mean, depending on who we play next series, Jose Alvarado, because of his height, he's a liability on defense, man. So, you know what I mean? I'm hoping that Shamit, you know what I mean, is we get him right, man. I'm hoping we get him right, man. Like, we're gonna need him. So I have Shamit down. Jose, game 1 at DNP, game 2, 0 points, game 3, 5 points, game 4. 6 points, 3 assists. 3 steals. 2 for 3 from 3. Game 5, 12 points, 2 for 3 from 3. Game 6, 3 points. Even though the numbers don't say it, I have Jose up, man. Jose came in and gave us really good minutes, man. Was a spark for us, man. Like, he almost has that campaign thing where as soon as he comes in, we immediately see something change. Immediately. Like, you waste no time with Jose. I really appreciate that from Jose, man. Came in, caused some wreck, got some steals, was making in his open shot, which I said was very important for Jose, man. Can you make in your open shot? because we need you to. You can't just come and just dribble and bring the ball up and you did your job. Nah, you have to be able to score as well, man. So that's really good, man. I got him up, personally speaking. I have him up, man. JC, game 1, 8 points. Game 2, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Game 3, 8 points. Game 4, 7 points. Game 5, 9 points. Game 6, 7 points. I got Jordan Clarkson up, man. He had a really good series for us. Every time he came in, he was effective. And let's be real, he might have been the lone guy always finding Mitchell Robinson for those alley-oops. The lone guy. It's so real. Once he started to do it, everyone else started to find Mitchell Robinson for alleys. Like, it was kind of like an epiphany. Like, oh yeah, Mitch is there. We can find him for an alley. So I really appreciate that from JC, man. Deuce. I'm sorry. I have Jordan Clarkson up. Deuce, game 1, 6 points, 2 for 4 from 3. Game 2, 0. Game 3, 15 points, 5 for 10 from 3. Game 4, 8 points. Game 5, 0. Game 6, 3 points. I have Deuce up, down. It was kind of inconsistent. The first 2-3 games, really the first 2 games, it was awful. We couldn't get pretty much nothing from him. Game 3, he really showed out, made in some shots. Game 4, he made us some shots. Game 5, he didn't score. We kind of really didn't need him to. It was a blowout. Game 4, 5, and 6 were blowouts. So, you know what I mean? Didn't really hurt us. Game 6 as well, he only had 3 points. A blowout. Didn't really need it from him. So, I have Deuce down, but I'm encouraged what I saw from Deuce to Pat. Like, his shot is starting to fall now. He's starting to see it through. And we're going to need Deuce, man. Like, you know what I mean? With the bench is concerned, Deuce, we're going to need Deuce. We're going to need a 20-something point effort from Deuce, man. We're going to need a game or two where he goes off. Like, that's something that we are missing, if we're missing something from this team, man, that it can't be all from the starters. So we'll see, man. And I only did the player reviews on the rotation guys. So what's outlook next? I keep looking. I know if you see my eyes going up, I keep looking at the Boston-Philly game, man. Right now, Boston is up by 1 point with 3 minutes left to go. I'm sorry. Philly is up by 1 point with 3 minutes left to go. They was kind of smoking them for a while, and Boston is kind of reeling and making a little comeback now. They are off ridiculously, Boston, man. Jaylen Brown's just forcing up shots at this point. So the outlook, Boston or Philly, who would we rather? I think both teams pose different threats for us, but they're both beatable teams. To be honest with you, oh my God, good block from Jaylen Brown. It doesn't really matter. You hear mixed reviews on each team. Some people feel like Philly matches up really well with us. Boston was just 3-point shoot their way out of a game. So, you know, and Tatum's kind of hurt with the knee and everything. I'm not like overly one way or the other. I could see how both teams could be an issue with us, because if Boston is making any threes, they could be borderline unstoppable. And if Philly has, you know, Maxey is always good. Embiid, VJS comes up and down. He'll have a game where he goes off from 3, but he'll have a game where he struggles. He's a rookie, man, so he's going to play like a rookie. So they both pose some threat, but they're both beatable. So I don't really favor it one way or the other. Some of the unanswered questions that I think that needs to be spoken about. Some things that happened in the Hawks series that I think going into the next series is, you know, interesting, that I think are questions that, you know, not need to be answered, but something that needs to be like discussed, man. The Hawks series was a blessing for us, man. It was, if it would have been Toronto, if it would have been any other round one matchup, I think we would have been so much better than those teams. Even though I think we were so much better than Toronto, we would have never discovered the Karl Anthony Towns being the hub. We would have been so good enough that Jalen Brunson would have been able to just dribble, get his own shot, and we could have won those games. Well, I think the Hawks team, they was kind of daring us you know what I mean, to be that way. And we was for a while, and then after that, it was kind of like, okay, we got to change something. You know what I mean? We lost game 2 and 3. Just him dribbling is not good enough. We're going to switch the offense. So the Hawks series was a blessing in disguise when you think about it, man. You know what I mean? Like, where I think other teams, we would have never had to make the adjustment. We would have just won as is. And now we have a change-up. You know what I mean? We have a change-up in our arsenal now. And then another thing that happened in that Hawks series, where it's going to be interested in the next series, the way the Hawks play Josh, man. The Hawks play Josh. You know, I think this is what I spoke about earlier, where Quinn had this malpractice, if you will, as a coach, man. It was kind of awful for him, where it was him allowing us to spam that OG and OB rub and let Cat just tee off with the passes, even though he tried to do something about it for game 5 and game 6. But I mean, they really had no answer for it. And it seemed like almost he just gave in. It was just like, well, it is what it is. And that was just awful. And then also thing was the way they played Josh Hart, man. He played Josh Hart like Josh Hart was Ray Allen. I mean, that's why OG Anunoby was so wide open for a lot of those dunks, because, you know, Josh has been a good shooter for us. You know what I mean? He's having his best 3-point shooting year, I believe, of his career, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, no ghost coverage, no slag off of him. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're gonna treat him like Dyson Daniels. You know what I mean? But you almost can. I mean, other teams is gonna dare Josh to make in the 3. They're not gonna. The gravity is not gonna exist with Josh the way the Hawks made it, and even with cross matchups. I mean, you never ever saw Okongwu guarding Josh. Like, so if Okongwu's guarding Josh and you got a little bit of a sag off coverage because you don't believe in the shot, so you have an extra body guarding the paint, and now the paint is not open for OG dunk or a Jalen Brunson layup. You're daring Josh to make in a 3. And I think other teams are going to be smart enough and a lot more cunning enough to go, we're not going to just allow Cat to just tee off on us with the passes. We're going to dare Josh to making shots. And Quinn Snyder never did that with the Hawks, man. So that's going to be interesting to see from the next series, man. It's looking like it's going to be the Sixers. They're up right now with 15 seconds left. So it's looking like it's going to be the Sixers. Is Nurse going to challenge Josh to making a 3? I will assume he will, but why assume that? Why assume that, man? You know what I mean? So we'll see, man. We'll see, man. Like, we're going to see what's going to happen. You know, Philly's always a wild card, man. The injury thing with them with Embiid, and you know how that work out, and you know, it's gonna be interesting to see how everything plays out, man. So Knicks versus Philly, interesting matchup. Again, I think they pose a threat for us, but they're beatable, man. We can win that series, man. Especially playing the way we're playing, we can beat that team, man. So hey, man, it's gonna be really good, man. Monday, probably gonna go to the watch party. So when I get back, I'll do the recap on Monday, man. And hey, man, you know, Mad Knicks, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to my Mad Knicks short channel. Follow me on @KMorns_. And we up out of here, man. Peace.